Okay, I'm live again. I think notifications are going out. So shout out to everybody that's here. We're about to get it started on this topic. Again, hopefully it works. I'm going to play his instrumentals. I'm going to come back with my commentary. Make sure y'all like the stream, all right?
Perfect.
What's good, everybody? Yes, I am back. Had a little trouble when I first tried to get this going, but I am back live again at the 5:30-ish, 5:45-ish. And we're going to get into Antonio Brown and emotionally weak, sensitive males. And I'm not just talking about Antonio Brown. I think his behavior speaks for itself. But I'm going to talk about males that I have noticed myself. Being on this platform, outside of this platform, there's just a lot of emotionally sensitive and weak males out there. And they try to hide amongst other men. You're not going to hide amongst me. I don't care if it's in my comment section or my chat room. You're not going to hide amongst me. There's a lot of emotionally unstable dudes who are always looking to point the finger at other people, and they don't take accountability for their own behaviors. Antonio Brown shows that. And that's why every opportunity I get to point that out, I will. Shout out to Charles Faulkner Jr. Says, woo, been a fan of your work, enjoying the content. I appreciate that, Charles. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to Charles. I know that was a weak woo, but, my energy's sort of up and down. Well, we going to get into it. All right, let me give some shout outs to everybody that's here early, man. Shout out to K Nicole, True ATL, and Vern 85, Fat Baby, Wizzles, what's going on? Richard, Humbert, what's up? Jessica, Brandon, Charles, let's see, David, Great, Peronice, aka Kelly May, Nubian Life, LD, Miranda, Young Manhood Channel, what's good? Ayo. Darte, Sean was good, T Malone, Ricky E245, what's up? Carly, V Coast was good, Tanner, Tech Nerd, yeah, I know what you mean, Charles. Woo! I know what you mean. What's up, Paul? Unique was good. Laylo, Alpha Wiz. Ill Wills, what's going on, man? Casey, what's up? Yeah, make sure y'all like the stream, man. All right. Shock special losses. Well, I don't. Well, I think he still has the haircut in. So, these guys are very eccentric. When it comes to their hairstyle. That's how these guys are these days. These guys are mixing a whole bunch of styles in one. I'm much more simpler, old school in a sense. A lot of these guys want to be known for their fashion. They take after the women that they grew up around, basically. Or they think they're impressing other men. Because you have a segment of guys on social media that want to impress other men. I'm not one of those. It's good, Bucket 89. We're going to talk about Antonio Brown, but he's going to be just a portion of what I'm going to talk about, because I truly feel like there's a rise and an uptick on guys that are just mentally not all there. What's good, for Antonio? They're just not all there. Good, Boomer. Make sure y'all like the stream, everybody that's coming in. Now, with Antonio Brown, I believe people are saying it could be a head injury. I don't know. I can't I can't go off of that. Then we have to use that excuse for every football player that acts crazy in his personal life. Like, we can't use that excuse. But I want to discuss something first. I want to talk about something I've seen all over social media, and this impeach Trump. You got 79-year-old John Lewis being paraded out there to push this forward for Democrats. This is why I tell black people, stop supporting the Democratic Party so much like you do, because all they do is hide behind you and use you, you know, whenever it's time to use you, but they don't do nothing for you. I don't think that 70, 80-year-olds should be serving in the Senate or Congress. You know, even you could say even the Supreme Court for that matter, because these guys are so easily corrupted because they're able to have lifetime jobs due to the stupidity of the voters in their district, and they push for agendas that line their pockets. And that's where we are, you know. And we have to look at this. These are the people that's supposed to be representing us. 79-year-old John Lewis, who's done what he's done for civil rights, being paraded out there to say, hey, we're going to impeach Trump. Yeah, let's see how far that go. I don't want no 79, 80-year-old representing me in Congress. I just don't. They need to have some type of age limit. I'm sorry. These guys are so corrupt. They sit in their jobs for so long, they're detached from their communities. And the people who are voting, keep voting for this guy, need to be ashamed of themselves. Those are people who don't look at politics from a wide point of view. They only look at it for race. You're voting this guy in because of his race. You know, there are probably other black candidates in that area who are way better. Y'all keep voting for these guys who need to retire. I don't want to see 79-year-old John Lewis talking about, we're going to impeach Trump. Well, good luck with that, bro. You're making a fool of yourself. They're putting you out there to hide behind you because they don't want to be criticized. They don't want to be criticized by conservatives. They don't want to be criticized by other Democrats or liberals who may see this as stupid. A lot of people see this whole impeachment thing as stupid. And I'm seeing this, and I just say, you know what, man? This is why they need to have a cap on these guys serving in Congress. I'm sorry. 79, 80-year-olds should not be representing me. I don't want them representing me. They're so detached and corrupt, man. This is ridiculous. Look at Joe Biden. I mean, they're dragging him out there. The guy slurring his speech. The guy's just not all there. It's crazy. It's crazy. These people are making policies for the American people. I don't want somebody who's been sitting in a job for 30 some odd years, who has been detached from his own community that he's representing. The only time he comes around is when it's election season. Those people need to go. And I don't care about John Lewis going in front of cameras talking about, we're going to impeach Trump. I don't care. Dude, what you did for black people was admirable in the 60s. It's 2019. It's time to move over and allow others to do that job. So that's something I've seen, and I'm seeing this, and it's ridiculous. And there's gonna be black people who don't understand politics. They're going to think that this is a good thing because, again, they see a black man pushing for an issue and he's going against Trump, and they're looking for moral victories. Well, all that's going to do is get him reelected even easier because you don't understand politics. Shout out to Charles Faulkner again. This is the issue of black people praying for leaders when white people groom leaders. They're scared no one else can handle it. Yeah, and they're relying on the old civil rights movement. Those guys like the Jesse Jacksons and Al Sharpton types, they still look upon those guys as leaders, and those guys are not leaders anymore, you know. But that's the thing. Like, us as black people want the small, older, you know, few to lead us instead of actually looking at ourselves as what we can do to build ourselves up. Washington is so corrupt, man. All these people sitting in their office jobs for 20, 30, sometimes probably 40 years. You know, I think that they need to have a retirement cutoff, man. Just like with the Supreme Court. You got Supreme Court justices sitting that they're literally they're pretty much their Supreme Court justices until death. And it's like, really? It's like, really? But that's the desperation for leadership these days, man. Desperation. You did say that, fat babies, and that's why we are in the situation we in, man. We are betting on the wrong horse. Instead of us looking out for our best interests, we're looking out for the best interests of the white liberal. You know, you got John Legend, whose wife is not even black, who supposedly is speaking up for black people. That is a joke to me. That is a complete joke. Okay. I'm not saying that young people aren't corrupt, Carly. I'm saying these people who've been sitting in these offices for so long, they are very corrupt because they've had that power for so long. There are people who've never had that power. Yes, they could be corrupted, but I'd rather go with new people than the people who are there already, who've been there, who've done nothing. You know, John Lewis, only time I hear about John Lewis, it's about race. And it's about trying to impeach Trump. That's the only time you see this guy. You never hear about policy with Democrats anymore. It's just about a bunch of name calling and pandering, and you know, Trump said this. Look at what Trump said. He said you should go back to your other country. It's like, come on, man. That's why this country is declining like it is, because these politicians have been in power for way too long. Way too long. It's ridiculous. But let's get into Antonio Brown, man, and these weak, sensitive males that I've noticed on social media. You know, I was ready to go like earlier when I was trying to get this stream going, but it was giving me so many problems. I kind of throttled back what I was going to say. But I think that a lot of guys, and this is probably going to go on Patreon, people, because I'm probably going to say some things, you know, that I don't want to keep on YouTube, you know. But I've already uploaded a brand new video today about Tekashi 6ix9ine and the follower mentality that y'all can go and check out. You know, y'all go and check that video out. But I think that you have a segment of people. You got a segment of these guys who you can tell never had any real men around them, any role models, because they don't respect leadership. They don't respect male leadership. They think that because they have a talent or skill like an Antonio Brown, they can get away with a lot of different things. People want to blame CTE. No. There's a lot of players who've gotten many of concussions, but they're not out here having sex, you know, in front of another woman who's painting in their home. This guy is doing so. You know, I think Antonio Brown for so long has probably done so many things and gotten away with it. That whole situation in Oakland just showed the type of person that he is. I don't know if he was just trying to deflect off of the issues that were going outside of football, but that didn't help. I mean, they got some people on his side. I think some dumb people, But he has a mindset and attitude that he can do whatever he wants, and you can't tell him anything differently. Personal accountability. If y'all want women to be personally accountable for the things that they do, then you have to understand, especially in Antonio Brown's situation, you have to be accountable for the things that you say and do. You can't come on social media and talk about the issues of women and you ignore the issues of these dudes, man. I see a lot of dysfunctional behavior from males, man. And it's sickening because these guys are grown. Some of these guys in relationships and married, some of them have kids. Some of them probably got grandkids. So when I say the things that I say on social media, right, I'm not saying it because I have a hate or disdain towards women or that I want y'all to stay away from women. That's the opposite. I actually want men to have functional relationships with the right women. My goal is never to separate. My goal is to have an understanding, because you cannot you cannot live a functional life seeking to separate yourself from people. It never works that way, especially if you have to work every day. You know, shout out to Wayne Tillman. Titty babies never grow up. Maybe he was on that bad formula milk. Who knows? Now, I know that for me, when I see individuals like Antonio Brown, guys like Antonio who have all this ability, they have the ability to be able to make money to support themselves and to take their families out of bad situations. And they choose to sort of push the boundaries of whatever power opportunities that they have. Like Ryan Clark spoke about how years ago, how years ago when the Pittsburgh Steelers first was going to give Antonio Brown an extension, Ryan Clark said that he told one of the trainers that if you give him a lot of money, you're going to create a monster. Did he have CTE then? No, those were symptoms of what they already saw. Like when he first came into the league, people, him, Emmanuel Sanders, and it was him, Emmanuel Sanders, and it was another wide receiver. I can't think of his name. They all came into the NFL together with Pittsburgh, right? They were all drafted together. They called themselves, I think they called themselves the Young Money Clique or the Cash Money Clique. This was after their first year in the league. They were calling themselves that. Yeah, Mike Wallace. They were all calling themselves that after 1 year in the league together. This was after 1 year in the league, so this ain't got nothing to do with no CTE. This has everything to do with the fact that you have a guy like Antonio Brown who's been he's always been a me guy, And when you put him on the cover of Madden and you put him in these commercials, you have to look at the fact that it can go to these guys' head to the point to where they do things outside of social media and they make themselves, they seek to make themselves bigger stars, so to speak. They seek to make themselves, bigger stars. And I think that we have to all learn from every situation that happens. Because when you are somebody, who have all of these things in front of you, right? You have all these opportunities to be successful in your life and you screw it up. That is a you problem, And And I try to tell a lot of these guys, man, stop pointing the finger at everybody else. It ain't got nothing to do with everybody else. It has everything to do with helping yourself, building yourself up. Just because I speak about female nature don't mean that you're exempt from accountability, because you're not. I don't believe in always pointing at everybody else and not looking inwardly, because what's going to happen is you're going to think nothing's wrong with you. Everything is wrong with everybody else. You know? Yes, he got 6 figures from Facebook and decided it would be a good idea to film his coach giving a post-game speech because he doesn't respect his black head coach, Mike Tomlin. You know? They treat him like a king, but I guess because they didn't treat him like Ben Roethlisberger, because Ben is pretty much the face of the franchise, you feel some type of way. A wide receiver will never be the face of the franchise if you have a good quarterback. If you have an average quarterback and you have a star wide receiver, yes, you're going to be the face of the franchise. But as long as Ben was there, Antonio Brown knew he would never be treated like the face of the franchise. And I think jealousy built up. And I think when Ben started to call him out, I think it boiled over because these guys have a sense of entitlement. And you know what's really funny is that you got dudes who have no money. They have no resources with a sense of entitlement. They have a sense of entitlement to be on your platform and say what they want to say, or to be around women who don't want them, who don't find them attractive. They still think that those women should want them. No, those women don't have to want you. They're not attracted to you. You can't make those women be attracted to you. And I see guys with this mentality that a woman's supposed to be attracted to them because they have maybe this or that. If a woman ain't feeling you, she ain't feeling you. Okay? Maybe that's the situation Antonio Brown had with the females who are coming forward now. I'm not saying he's guilty of anything. But what I'm saying is something happened. I'm not saying, you know, because the fact that you get caught up sending those quote unquote threatening text messages to these women, that is why he got released by the Patriots. He got released by the Patriots because he is sending these over emotional text messages to these people. If he would have never sent those text messages, he would still be in the league. He would still be with the Patriots. But because he is emotionally weak, instead of him just speaking through his lawyer, he thought that he could talk those women down just like he talks his girlfriend, baby mother down. When he messes around on her and goes back to her, he's been able to keep her and the other women that he has, you know, kids by, under his umbrella, so to speak. He thought he could do the same to these women, but it has not worked out that way. Your game was not that strong. And you sent out these emotional raging tweets, text messages to these women, and now you're unemployed, bro. Now you're unemployed, bro. So he did this to himself. And there's going to be people who are still going to see him as a victim. Instead of him taking the more logical, professional approach, and when you have these allegations coming at you, you deal with it through your attorneys. You should know that those women are going to save those messages and they're going to use it against you, because those messages are not old. Okay? I believe some was as recent as a couple months ago. And he still decided to do that anyway, because these guys just can't control their emotions. They always got to show you just how weak they really are. And what happens is when your job is at stake and you lose it, you got to look yourself in the mirror, because he would still be on the Patriots if he would have handled his situation like a logical thinking, rational man would. And I'm always speaking on logic and being rational. There are times where I've gotten angry and wanted to say certain things, but I have to look at the optics of the situation. If the optics are not good, I'm not trying to get caught up in no bad situation. I'm not. But some of these guys, they get caught up in these situations because they cannot control their emotions. And because they cannot control their emotions, it ends up hurting everything they have worked so hard to get. Antonio Brown came from Central Michigan, man, by way of Miami, Florida. He's from, I believe, Miami, right? I know he's from Florida. I think Miami. To go from there to Central Michigan to the NFL, he was a 6th round draft pick. And he was able to get, big contracts, endorsements. He lost an endorsement, I believe, from Nike. And it's because he wasn't thinking about his money. He wasn't thinking about his brand. He was thinking about winning an argument like a female would. Females are constantly trying to win an argument with somebody. Antonio Brown had the same mindset. He wanted to win that argument. Instead of him understanding that, listen, man, if I press send, she could use this against me. This dude didn't even care. He didn't care that it was going to be used against him. He just wanted to win that argument. He thought he could talk this female down into doing what he wanted, and it didn't work out that way. She ended up getting with this other guy and marrying him, and now she sees him as an ATM. Whether something was done or not. And instead of him having that in the back of his mind and saying, you know what, she's already trying to get money out of me behind the scenes. I don't want to pay her. So, bro, why are you sending her these messages? These guys always, again, these guys have the mentality of females. They're not thinking properly. They're just thinking about winning the argument, winning that particular back and forth. Now, maybe he has other things on her. Maybe he has messages. Maybe he has pictures she sent him. He already posted a couple videos or a video of different clips of them together, I believe. Maybe he has more. Maybe he, is waiting for the right time. But I just think that maybe, no publicity is bad publicity. But I think the best thing for Antonio is to not be in the NFL. That's the best thing for him, because the media is already hammering the Patriots over this. When he was on the team, and even now that he's off the team, they're still asking questions. I think that's going to fizzle out because he's not there anymore. They didn't know about his legal situation, so the media can't keep asking them about it as if they know about it, because obviously they didn't know. Okay? I think the Patriots should have waited a couple days before they signed him. I think that's the mistake that they made, is that they were so quick to sign him that they did not look into his background or just wait a while. You know what I'm saying? I think that's where they messed up. But I think the best thing for him to do is to get himself together. He's talking about he's going back to school. He needs, not only that, he needs to get good people. He needs to get honest people around him. I think that's also one of the best things he could do for himself. But shout out to everybody that's here. But I will tell you this though. when it comes to weak emotional males, right? I just don't like how there are guys who will use social media. For instance, they will use YouTube to go at other people, especially women. Like, I've seen guys in my chat room and comment section who have not donated a dime think that they have a right to say whatever to me or to anybody else. And of course that doesn't happen because I don't play that, you know? And they get in their feelings and emotions about it. And I've noticed that you got these males, they get so emotional when you don't let them act like kids, and you know, they'll stomp around and they'll be upset. And it's like, bro, you're a grown man. You know, there was one guy that was like, I guess he tried to make it seem like I was, stepping on their free speech, so to speak, when I told him that you just can't say whatever in my presence. You know, that's just how entitled some of these guys can get, and that's why I have no respect for them. There's a lot of guys I just have no respect for. There's a good percentage of guys I just have no respect for, and I don't want to be around them. And I see why women treat them the way that they do. Yeah, they will throw kitty temper tantrums because they can't say whatever in your stream. But when I check them and correct them, now they're upset. Now, some people can get straight, but I tell people this every day, that you can say whatever pertaining to the topic, but when you be disrespecting callers, when you get disrespectful to me and others in the chat, no, you have no right to be here. And I'm going to check you 110%. Okay? Now, you can either deal with it or you can get lost. That's how it goes here. That's exactly how it goes here. This ain't nothing new. This ain't nothing new. Ain't nothing new with that whatsoever. So don't get sensitive because you can't go off about women this and women that when you probably don't have one, probably haven't had one in a long time. You know, I be seeing these guys, they only show up for the black women. Where the black women at so we can rant about them? You know? You know? Hold on a second. Mark, I think you're trying to send me money, right? Well, shout out to you if you're there. Yeah, man, I'm very balanced. Like, I'm not here to just go off on women. Like, but y'all notice that you only see people here on certain topics. Certain topics, they'll be here. On the other ones, he ain't here. They ain't here. You know what I'm saying? And I be laughing. Like, y'all gotta understand, when I do certain topics, I know I'm gonna see I know I'm gonna see 2 or 3 people. I'm gonna see about 2 or 3 people who I rarely see if I'm talking about other things. But if I'm specifically speaking about black women, there's gonna be a few that's there. You know what I'm saying? And I know who that is. When I see them, I'm like, yeah, right on schedule. Okay. Going After Darkness. What's up? Did you change your name? Do you want to give your real name in the chat? Right. I bet you if I do a new stream, I'm saying, you know what? Fuck these black holes. I'm about to go in. I'm about to go in on these goddamn sisters. I know there's a couple people I know I'm going to see. I'm telling you, man, I'll be peeping the chat. I don't watch it like if I'm taking calls and stuff like that. I have my eyes won't be totally on there, but I know when I peep back and forth at the chat, I'm gonna see a couple people there. I'm gonna see a couple people there that I normally don't see on regular streams. Okay, or that you loving homes. Okay. Oh god damn, man. People be calling my phone off the hook, man. I gotta change that ringtone. I just got that phone. You know? Wait, I'm telling you, I'm about to go in. I'm about to go in on these sisters. I'm going in. Y'all see the title, and then you see the thumbnail. They rubbing their hands like, yeah, they can't wait to get in the chat. They so ready to get in the chat and talk about the black women in their life. Shout out to Terrell. K. McCall said, "That's me. Pick up." Oh, that you? I was just joking. You know, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But that's how it be, man. I'm telling you, out of the 4 years I've been doing this shit, I know the tendencies quickly. I know the tendencies. The tendencies are there. When I speak about certain topics, you see the same couple people there. But if I'm speaking about a topic that's more lighthearted or more on the entertainment level, some of these guys check out. Because they only there, they're like, where the black women conversation at? You know what I'm saying? They looking around for a black woman to argue with. Bro, I'm not with that at all, man. You know what I'm saying? I went through a red pill rage too. I used to go in and go off. But at a certain point, man, when you get mature and you get older and you see that you have one life that you have to live, you know, you can't be upset at everything and everybody. Yeah, there go a nigga special. That's what I'm like. Maybe so new in life. I've had some crazy callers. You know? But we can't just focus on black women. Black women are who they are. You can't change them. You know? They are who they are. I don't want, you know, people be bringing, all right, Ms. Holmes, people be bringing their issues at home onto the internet. You can tell these people are in bad relationships or they're dealing with women at work that get on their ass every single day. You know? And because they deal with dysfunctional women every day, they want to come on social media and vent. That's all that's about. That's why you got to check these women, man. I don't care if I work with certain women or not. You're not going to talk to me any kind of way. And you're not going to treat me any kind of way. If you're in a toxic relationship, get out of that relationship. You know? But don't use social media to feed that anger, because it's only going to get out of control and you're going to need more of it, more of it, more of it, more of it. And it's going to consume you. I see that it has consumed some of these guys. I knew a guy when I first started making videos. There was this white dude from the UK, right? This guy was angry. He was a MGTOW content creator. Because I told you, when I first started, the manosphere was quite different. You know, it was a lot of MGTOW first content. It's a lot of different MGTOW content creators. A lot of those guys I started with, they're gone now, or they slowed down. But this one guy, like, he was just angry and bitter, and he was talking about going his own way. And he talked about how his foreign ex-wife had put him through shit, right? I believe she even got him arrested and put in jail. And you can just sense all of the things that he has been through from that woman manifest. Because the clown even came at me out of blue over a video. And I could tell this guy, that particular woman he was with, messed him up. And he was probably messed up, but from way before that relationship. The guy sounded like a complete nutcase. I don't even know if he's still making videos or not. You know, sound like a complete nutcase. You need to not make videos, sir. You need therapy. And that's what I see with some of these other guys. They need therapy. Get the fuck away from that computer, stop recording, and get some help. Before you get in a fucked up situation that could cost you your freedom. But these guys don't understand it because they want to, again, they want to win the argument. It's all about winning that particular argument. You know? And I'm not going to have it. Keep your emotional fucking feelings away from me. Because trust me, I will check that at the door and have you escorted all the way the fuck away from my platform. That's how I do over here. That's why certain people don't like me. That's why they go to other people's chat rooms and say this and that and that and this as if I give a shit, you know. Y'all don't know if I'm speaking to those people behind the scenes or not. With the ones you know and you like and the ones you don't like. You know, that's why people should stop taking this so seriously. People want to play teams. I'm on this guy's team, F them. And it's funny. And see that it's funny. How they all over here. And it's like, bro, it's just YouTube, man. It's smoke and mirrors. Okay? It's smoke and mirrors, man. You know? They take it seriously because they have so many issues going on at home. You know, that they want to bring it to social media. It ain't even that serious, man. It ain't even that serious. You know? But they want to make it serious. And I've seen dudes argue with women in my chat room. I see dudes becoming more and more jealous. And you can tell by the comments that they're making, they're mad because they see women in my chat room, which is ridiculous. Especially if the women are not being disrespectful. Now, if the woman is getting out of pocket like the one female the other day and y'all was going at her, I wouldn't care because she's putting herself in that situation to become a target of criticism. But if people are listening to the content and they're speaking on the content and you're attacking those women, what exactly are you proving? What exactly are you proving? What are you proving? You know? Y'all got to grow out of that. Listen, I don't like arguing with nobody. People have tried to call the show to try to argue with me. I'll entertain it maybe for a little while, but then y'all out of here because I'm not about to sit up there and argue with nobody. I don't care if you're male or female. Arguing is not something adults should be doing. I'm sorry. Debating, yes. Arguing, no. I'm not about to argue and throw insults. That to me is lame. You know, that's lame. That's lame, man. Grow the fuck up, man. Grow up. Listen, women, y'all got to understand, when y'all argue with these women, y'all prove them right. When they putting white men on a pedestal, it's because they've been arguing with you black men for 5 or 6 hours, and you're basically showing why they think these men are more logical than you, why these men are better boyfriends or husband material than you, because you're stooping down to their level. Now, if you want to debate stupid points that they make and you want to call it out, that's fine. But to argue back and forth in an emotional manner, i.e. Antonio Brown, will do nothing but make you look bad, and it could work against you. I've had females and probably dudes as well, they would tag me on Twitter, right? And then they would like argue with me, talk shit about me, call me names. For the most part, I've ignored those types of people over the last year or so. A couple years ago, I probably wouldn't have, but now I just ignore them. I don't want other people to see see them on my timeline, so I just don't say anything to them. If I say anything back to them, it's because I'm humored and I have time at that particular moment. You know? Let's see. Really, Shan? Told you to get out of the chat because you disagreed with the viewpoints in the chat. I don't think that should be happening. I don't think you should be told to leave the chat because of that. You know, I think you should leave the chat. If you're insulting people, then you should leave, you know. But if you're just presenting your viewpoint in a respectful manner, you know, I don't see the point of that, you know what I'm saying? The real Olivia, grown men beefing on here. I've seen that. I've seen these guys on here going back and forth with each other. Not a lot, but I've seen some here and there. I don't know what that's going to prove. I really don't see what that's going to prove. It's not going to prove anything. All it does is make you look petty. It brings you down levels. People show lack of respect for you because they see that you're willing to go back and forth with them. You know? It do at times, Nubian. It do, man. But I don't want it. Like, when I make a video about Sierra, I notice that whenever I mention Sierra, I have all of these people, all of these stands in my mentions on Twitter when I talk about Sierra. Like, I don't care about what Sierra doing, but if she do something crazy, I'm going to speak about it. These are facts. I don't care how many of those stands are in my mention trying to argue with me. You know? What is arguing with me gonna do for you? Except for validate you and make you feel good about yourself. I'm not about to do that. I'm gonna have you feeling worse and worse by not responding to you. You know what I'm saying? No, Dane, I'm more of a boxing fan. What's good, Naima? You gonna come to something? Now, y'all know how I run my shows, man. I'm more of I'm a structure person. I like structure. Without structure, I can't operate without structure, man. I need structure in my life. Just like most of y'all. Most of y'all need structure. Most of these women need structure. You know, they can deny it, but they need it. That's why they go look for it, you know? That's why you got women saying they want a man who's older and established because they need structure. That's what they need, you know? I be seeing those. It turns back around on that. Renee was good. I see you from earlier. There's a lot, man, we could be doing instead of wasting energy going at people. Because let me tell you what that's going to do. And I'm being very serious. All it's going to do is make you feel like shit the next day. Because you wasted all that energy going at people. And then you wake up feeling like you haven't accomplished anything. But yeah, these women out here need structure, man. And they need you men to lead them to that. You know what I'm saying? And you lead by example. You know? When women see a structured environment, they come looking. Why you think you see women over here? Why you think you see women over here, man? Because they see the structure, man. They see how I run things. You know, they see I am no nonsense. But I like to have fun. I like to, I like to, I can joke here and there, you know. I'm not a complete, no fun guy. You know, I'm all about fun. I find myself to be entertaining speaker. Okay. I'm trying to figure. I think it's. I would see myself as like, I wouldn't say an entertainment speaker. I think I'm more of an entertaining speaker. I think I could be very entertaining. You know. Jay, who your favorite boxers right now? Right now, favorite boxers. I like Deontay Wilder, but I like Tyson Fury too, man. He handled business the other day. Let's see. Because I'm more of a heavyweight guy. Because I can't watch the juniors. I just can't. Because I don't see nothing there. You know, I just don't see nothing there. But yeah, I'm a big Deontay Wilder fan. He's probably, I think him and Mayweather are the only boxers I follow on Instagram. You know. So I would say they're my favorites. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to everybody that's here. You know. But I will say this though. Jamal Charlo, he's pretty good. He's pretty good. I've never been speaking of boxing again, I've never been an Anthony Joshua fan. I've never bought into the hype. Now he may win the rematch coming up, but I've never been a fan of that guy. I've never been a fan of that guy, man. I don't know what it is. You know. I like Triple G. You know. Triple G's another one I like. You know what I'm saying? Hey, why y'all talking about O'Shea, man? Come on, man. We don't talk about content creators over here, man. Listen. We don't talk about the content creators over here. What I told y'all, man? Did y'all think it would hit when he loses his house? I think when he loses money, I think it's going to hurt him, Josh. But I will say this though, when it comes to the way sports is nowadays, you would think that, and I'm speaking on boxing again, you would think that the sport of boxing itself would have died off, but it's still the biggest moneymaker, even though the UFC would be seemingly more popular than boxing, but it's not. Boxing still makes way more money. That's why these guys are willing to risk it. You know. Triple G interviews be hilarious. You know? Yeah, I don't like people, I don't care who they are. Y'all be bringing up female content creators, male content creators, because I don't want people bringing me up in chats. I've had people bring me up in chats before to other red pill content creators as if I'm going to beef with that guy. That's never going to happen because me and those people are cool. You know, you may not like them, but that doesn't mean that you're going to speak about them in the chat. I'm the only content creator that should be talked about here, and I'm important here. Okay, I'm live. You know. Okay. You know. I see you, Ocean. What's up? Make sure y'all go and check out the video I did earlier today on Takashi. Brand new video. It's a video series I plan on adding as content here. Hold on, let me remove some of this stuff here that I plan on adding here. If I ever had home cooked curry, not home cooked curry, Beth, no. Nah, Shan, I don't feed into anybody. People have always tried to throw my name out there to get into it with people. But I don't get into it with anybody because that's lame. You know? That's lame. You know? It's lame. Make sure y'all like the stream, man. I may keep this up. Probably not, but what I think about Earl Spence? I think there's a good chance he can beat Sean Porter. I think there's a very good chance he could beat Sean Porter. I think he's one of the best out here. Now, I wouldn't say particularly one of my favorites, but he's one of the best out here. I think I'm having a buffering issue. Am I having a buffering issue? Am I having a buffering issue, people? Yeah, I know, Josh. I got other names for him too. I got other names for him too. You know, Josh. I got other names. That y'all know there's a female YouTuber, right, that none of these guys like, right? But they constantly send me her videos and they constantly name drop her in the chat. I'm not talking about the female from Washington State. There's another female y'all keep bringing up. Y'all gonna end up fucking around and having me interview her. Shout out to Shy. Feel bad for AB. He got me too. Lying boppers. Well, we gonna see, Shy. We gonna see who's been lying, man. But I don't think AB helped the situation sending those text messages. You know what I'm saying? It buffer like 4 times, like split. Okay. No, not that. It's a young lady these guys cannot stand. They keep dragging her name in my chat. Y'all gonna fuck around and have me interview her. I'm telling you, man. Stop thinking that everybody's like sectioned off here and there, that connections can't be made, man. It can. Because at the end of the day, it's all about what's being produced, the content, the effects of it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying, man. Like, y'all gotta stop with that whole trying to, you know, put people against each other and shit, man. Like, y'all constantly do it. I don't understand it. What's the point of it? You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate the people that support me, though. I appreciate the people that support me. I think it's really big of y'all to do so. You know? I got a load of content I'm going to be putting on this channel as far as like individual videos. Going to be similar to what I did today. You know, it's going to be similar to what I did today with 6ix9ine. But there's been a lot of news, man. A lot of news. But y'all know I can't cover everything. I'm not the news man. But I cover what I can. You know, I speak on what I can speak on. You know, there's a lot of different things that I may not speak on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Right, Ocean. I've been telling these people that for like a year. Because they've been, for a whole year, I just be seeing people name dropping in my chat. And it's like, for what? You know, what do you think you're going to accomplish with that? You know what I'm saying? They're crazy. It's a lot of females they don't like, but there's one in particular. They keep sending me her videos, and they really don't like her. And I'm like, come on, man, just stop watching people you don't like. I tell women this all the time. If you don't like my videos, okay, don't watch me. But you got females that will watch me anyway and then be angry. Why do you say this about women? Why do you always talk about women? It's like, why do you care? Why do you keep watching me? You know what I'm saying? No, Vern, I've heard about, I haven't seen the whole video yet. I haven't seen the whole video. But from what I have seen so far, man, these foreigners have no respect for black people, man. They put hands on the women. And you got women who make it difficult for black men to support them and to help them. And I have been saying this for the longest time, that these foreigners have no respect for you. Shout out to Black Rhino 24. Shout out from College Park. Yeah, Jay, do the interview with her. I miss Olivia. She dropped off. Olivia. If you're talking about who I think you're talking about, not that person. Okay. I'm thinking a little bit younger than that. Okay. But shout out to you, bro. But yeah, man, I told y'all about a video that I saw of a black girl being beaten with a belt by some Asians and stripped. They were stripping her. I guess she stole some out the stove. They was trying to keep her in the stove, so her clothes coming off. They beating her with a belt, and all these Negroes are standing there not doing shit. And y'all talking about the Willie Lynch syndrome. Well, what about the Asian and Arab syndrome? When y'all see these Asians and Arabs beating the hell out of your fellow black people and you just stand there and not do nothing. What about that? You know what I'm saying? And then you got black women who will still go and support these businesses, even though these Arabs are putting foot to your ass. And these, not the Arabs, but the Asians is putting foot to your ass. And you still go back there. You tell black men not to boycott those businesses. And that's why black men are standing around and not protecting you, because you're sitting up there still supporting these businesses when they clearly show no respect. I'm not going to show no support to no business that disrespect me. But that's that obsession with getting your extensions or your nails done. You know, you don't want to drive 15, 20 minutes to another place to get, social media. Oh, to my Olivia Alexa. I haven't talked to her in a while. But yeah, man, I'm definitely will set that up when I can, man. We definitely gonna do a part 2. I may put it on Spreaker. But there was another Olivia I thought you was talking about. But yeah. But shout out to Olivia Alexa though. Shout out to her. That was a good interview we did, man. We got a lot of people in their feelings. But guess what? There was a lot of people that donated and supported in that stream, and I appreciate that. Yeah, that's Olivia Alexa. But yeah, I haven't spoken to her in a while. She actually hasn't put up any content in a while, so she might be taking a break from social media. But yeah, I knew y'all would like the interview eventually, or if you did at first. But there's a ton of other women I'm thinking about interviewing. There's one in particular I got in mind, make that connection, but it's all about timing and opportunity how to do it. I want to utilize the Discord thing. I'm still trying to figure that out. Yeah, but shout out to all the black business women that support me. I was surprised I got that many black women that are successful, own their own businesses, and they support what I do, man. That just shows y'all that I'm going the right path. And then I got the guys that they hate my guts, they don't like me because of my content. It's like that balanced. I'm very balanced, you know. Whenever you got different ends of the spectrum that have a problem with you, yeah, you know, you're doing something right. You know, so he probably have had. I believe he's gotten himself checked out. Maybe something is wrong there, but again, there's other people who've had head injuries before, but they don't act out the way that he does. You know, they don't act out the way he does. You know. Let's see. He sound like more of a date. No, it didn't, man. It was all business. Beth, let Beth go instigating. Trust me, you will know if it sounds like a date or not. You know. I know, Dub Maverick. That's the good thing about it, man. Like, I know I piss people off because I speak honestly with them, and if I really don't respect you or don't like you, I'll let you know. Or I just won't deal with you, you know. Make sure that if you haven't and you have social media, make sure you follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, people. To enable notifications on videos. Like, I do post to Twitter and Facebook when a video's up. What's good, David? So hopefully y'all will get the video one way or the other, because a lot of people aren't getting notifications, so they probably think I haven't posted a video in a couple days. But you just got to make sure you're on one of those platforms so that you know when I posted something up. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's see. All right. Yeah, it is definitely self-sabotage. Absolutely. Let's see. The Artman, DT Artman was up. Yeah, so yeah, Gerald, that's the thing. Like, I want people mostly to follow me on Twitter because you get those notifications when I post a tweet about a video. Like, you get it to your phone, like you would a text message, you know. Right, Ocean. Well, I think you know. I think you understand the difference, and that's the good thing that you do, because I'm pretty sure others feel the same way you do. But it's always going to be those who don't, because they really don't care about that. They're just looking for a reason to vent. You know, it's all about venting. You know what I'm saying? And they just want something to vent about, which is sad, man. Like, you know, there's a million different things you can do to better your situation. You know. All right. Let's see what else. Yeah, make sure y'all go and check out the two videos I posted today. I'm really pushing out content. That's why I appreciate everybody that donate, that become members of the channel, that donate the super chat, send PayPal, Cash App, donate monthly through Patreon. Yes, I am putting exclusive content up there. You know what I'm saying? This probably gonna go up there too. It's good, Omar. Shout out to Anika. Is that how you say your name, bro? Anika. Shout out to you, man. All right. Hold on a second, guys. I gotta trying to figure out something here. Okay. All right, people. That's it for me. I'll see y'all on the next live show. Y'all take care and have a good rest of your afternoon, all right? Or night.